So, you've been looking for a fun, entertaining, and educational stream centered around aviation, space, and sci-fi with some art and variety tossed in. Well, you've made it. Welcome to the Zulu Group. I am your host, Commander Z-Man. My stream time is Monday through Friday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. This interactive stream is always inclusive and lighthearted, with a focus on capture for educational content creation across all platforms.
Austin Powers, I think I'm in one of those situations too.
When I say everything aviation, I mean just that. From space to air combat, carrier operations, and remote control, there's always something new to experience when you come into the chat.
Sure, buddy.
I don't understand how, when I'm not playing with y'all, I get MVP all the time, get 9 and 10 kills, and then when I play with y'all, I get 1 and 2.
Because we steal them from them.
Discretion is advised. We'll leave it up to you, but you gotta know about this stuff before getting into this whole thing, you know? I mean, straight up, one guy gets his face bitten off by a raccoon, and we show it. Oh man, do we show it.
Almost got the podcast! Almost got... Watch out! Oh, shoot the... Get out! What?
Oh, Alicia. Welcome to another garage city. Get a little gasoline. Welcome to another garage city. I'm gonna set your face on fire. Let's get higher. I'm gonna set your face on fire. Let's get higher.
It's been a year and a half.
Holy shit, so you're an OG.
I was on there for a long time, and I was in a dead squadron, and I really didn't. I don't even remember the name of the squadron before USN.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta say, bro, you gotta be longer than a year and a half, because I'm at about a year and a half, and you were on one before me. I may be. I very well could be. Hard to keep track of it, I guess. It's kind of one big...
Well, he's a bear hunter, so for those that don't know, Kegs does a bear hunts, you know, but there's something that you mentioned to me about wrestling a bear.
Oh yeah, I wrestled a bear one time, a grizzly, in a ring.
Explain that to me. How do you get to that point, and then how did it go?
Well, I was in a bar one night with some friends back home, and they had this thing that said it was bear wrestling that night, and I signed up. A couple of buddies did, and I get in the ring. I'm standing there, and all you had to do was get the bear off its feet, just trip it, basically.
Oh,
so, I'm 6'4", 6'5", 300 pounds. I can handle a bear.
Only in Alabama, bro.
Yeah, that bear stood up and clipped up in it, and I'm like, oh hell! And I grab it, and I said, oh, I got him. And I wrestled in high school, so I thought I had a grip on him. All of a sudden, I was flying through the air, hit the top, did a flip, crashed on the table, and I tagged out. I said, I'm done. And That bear slowed me like I was nothing. It was like a tornado. And I was out. I was like, no, hell, I'm done. I sat down. And a buddy of mine won it. He wore 4 sets of overalls and coveralls. He couldn't move his arms, and he accidentally tripped the bear and won. I'm like, what the hell? Came to the bear, he would have won. I tried to go up, hit up with him, but no, it didn't happen. But the coolest thing was after. I was at the table with the bear after all the matches. And we're sitting there with the owner of the bear, the trainer or whatever, and a couple of people, and I'm sitting there, and I'm right by the bear, and it's on its haunches sitting at the table. And they bring a big keg-looking thing of apple juice. And this bear would hold it with his paws and drink his apple juice, and everybody talking at the table. The bear would be watching all the conversations like, I'm sitting there watching this bear like tripping me out. Like, what the hell?
He's just another listener to Cool-Kegs on Tap.
He's sitting there with 8-foot grizzly, drinking apple juice, and you're drinking a beer and shooting whiskey and wondering if it's ever gonna
just another loyal listener. Like it's kind of like I wonder what Bigfoot would be like. Speaking of, you know Bigfoot, right?
Oh, we call him skunk ape down here.
Okay. Do you have a story about that?
Yeah, this story is I'm a big hunter. I love to hunt. I make my own ghillie suits, and I'm a big guy. 14, 15-inch foot, whatever. Well, I'm hunting here by the house, and a buddy of mine has some land that kind of joins the land I hunt. Well, I may have got lost and got over the fence and was creeping along in my ghillie suit, all painted up, creeping. I knew he had a game camera at one spot. I didn't know he had some more, but I was in the bushes where you couldn't see me. Well, it got out that skunk ape had been seen over in his area, and to this day he's still hunting the skunk ape. This was like 4 years ago, and I've seen the video, and I know it's me. Nobody else knows it's a human. I know it's me.
So this is
they're all still freaking out.
Oh
over
my God!
They hear it all the time.
Oh, we're so small. This is literally a big bomb drop, and nobody will hear about it.
I actually go out in the yard at night sometimes and do like a big old woo yell and stuff just to keep everybody up.
I wonder if that video that I've seen of, I'm pretty sure it's a dude in a ghillie suit is you. Did it go viral?
I look like one of those Gibbons monkeys creeping.
Well, did it go viral? To be clear, did that video go viral?
No, he's too paranoid to post.
Okay.
He thinks that the government's watching him with little drones that are the size of bugs and stuff. And I'm like, dude, you're a peon. Nobody cares.
Someone could call you and purchase one of these said ghillie suits.
Oh, awesome.
Well, they good. It'd take me a minute to make it, but yeah.
Well, of course, to make a good one. It depends on what, geography?
So what I'm saying, what I'm getting at here is, I'm going to purchase one, and then I'm going to go fuck with my buddy, because I like where this is going.
Well, do you have like a website or an Etsy or something, or is it just getting a hold of you?
What, me? No, I don't have a website or nothing. I'm
just get a hold of you through DMs if people know you.
Yeah.
Because okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, DM Big Duke, and if you're interested in a ghillie suit or a leaf suit, get a hold of him. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been making them since I was young. You live in the country where I live.
You run into snakes or anything out there?
You hunt and fish, and that was it. Make ghillie suits and
you ever run into snakes or anything? Because living in the woods.
Yeah, snakes were always around. My dad, when I was young, we would go to this place in Thomasville, Alabama, and it was a restaurant, a seafood restaurant, and it was like the biggest thing I'd ever seen, getting out of the country to a restaurant.
Yeah. Well,
Dad would have his alarm or his security for his truck. He would catch a rattlesnake and throw it in the back of the truck.
A rattlesnake?
Yeah, it was fun watching people look over the back of the truck when they walk by and the rattlesnake rattling. It had ridden 30, 45 minutes in the back of the truck. It's pissed off.
Like a true diamondback?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Timber rattler, diamondback, either one. And I've always been around snakes. Well, I would catch them myself. Well, one time, the one that you're not trying to catch is the one that
catches you. Yeah.
And I got hit by about 6.5 foot eastern diamondback. He had 13 rattles a button.
Holy
he hit
fuck.
me one thing, and I caught him and killed him and threw him in the truck, and I took him out to the hospital. I get to the hospital, I take the snake in with me now. I'm dragging the snake, and I'm limping. And I clear the whole waiting room out. Everybody leaves. The nurses leave. There's nobody there. And I got the snake propped up on the counter. I was in there leaned on the counter. Finally, the doctor runs up there. Son, have you been snake bit? No, I have not. This is my pet. I take him with me everywhere. Yeah, but snake bit. What the hell you think? Why would I have a snake in here with me? And
meanwhile, you're half dead and still having some sense of humor.
well, luckily it was a dry bite. There was a little bit of venom, but my body was able to deal with it.
Well, thank God for that, bro.
Big snake like that is a dry bite. It's, the babies that you have to worry about, they'll dump everything.
Yeah.
But the big ones, they tend to want to save it for food. So
I got you.
Luckily, I wasn't food. I was a little big. But hell, he was a big snake. Yeah, it's I've been bitten by snakes, 3 types of scorpions, black widow, brown recluse, cottonmouth, and a Gila monster.
6'4" cockroach you are, my man. You're fucking.
I got enough venom in my blood now. I think they should take care of any kind of whatever gets in my blood, from all that.
Call this motherfucker the Scorpion King and hand him the bracelet of Anubis.
Well, here's words of wisdom. If somebody ever tells you you can pick up a Gila monster by its tail, do not listen to them. I did. And, yeah, they can bite you.
Well, I learned that from watching Jeff Carwin and Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
I thought that was common knowledge.
Rest in peace, Steve Irwin, for sure.
Yeah, that's messed up how he went out.
Yeah.
Back when I was from, we only had 2 channels. It was a public channel and like WSFA something or another, and they didn't have anything on it. So yeah, I didn't watch much TV when I was young. Until I kind of got thrown to the wolves. When I think 5th grade, my mom, moved me from rural Alabama with my neighbor 4 miles away working on a farm to Atlanta, Georgia the next morning. Here I am on concrete and one little bitty creek running through the apartment complex. And, yeah, that was kind of a culture shock. Yeah.
I'm like, what? This exists? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, first 20 minutes I'm in a fight out there, beat this dude down. They picking on me. And I had thick glasses, so it made it even worse. And I had got to that boy named Sue stage with the thick glasses. And I don't care how big you are. And, old boy said something, and I got to fight with him out there, and he ended up 20 minutes later knocking on my door, wondering if I could come out and play.
Yeah, hashtag hip walk versus crip walk.
Well, that was up there. There was a bunch of gang members and stuff, and they were doing some little, dance thing. I was jumped out, and I was painted up now. You've got to imagine, here I am with military paint on my face. I come out of the bushes. And I don't have on a ghillie suit, but I have on camouflage, and I have a big Bowie knife on my side, and I jump out and doing their dance, and because it was like a river dance or a buck dance, It looked like a buck dance to me, so here I am out there buck dancing, and they're like, what the fuck? Yeah, they freak out, they run, they ran, they all just yeah, I'm sitting there doing that dance, I thought y'all were doing the buck dance. No, it's a crip walk. I'm like, no, it's a buck dance. No, it's a crip walk. We were arguing for 15 minutes over who created this dance, and this thing still hold this kick walk. I've seen it all even posted now, memes and stuff. I'm like, that was up there. That was where I tripped them out. They didn't know what to do with me. They didn't know to fight me. They were scared of me because I would walk creeks, go into storm drains, pop up in other apartment complexes. I was suffering from some type of, culture shock where I couldn't find woods hardly, and I was going to find something.
A bunch of sewage.
Moved me back. She didn't know if I was going to kill somebody or if they were going to kill me.
You found a bunch of gray water and storm drains, it sounds like.
Man, I had storm drains. I could go miles through storm drains and pop up.
You're basically a real-life Ninja Turtle at this point.
Yes, yeah, pretty much.
Well, here's the deal. You guys are both into dogs, right? So, what do you think of cats? Like domestic cats?
The cats. Oh, man. I'll tell you.
Any stories? That sounds interesting. I don't know.
There was a cat born and raised here around my house, my ex had him, and she left and took him. And hadn't seen her for 6 months. Pops up, wanted me to go help her find her cat. She said where he was at, behind the Hardee's in Pensacola. Okay. So we go. I'm thinking she's crazy, off the rocker. She goes out, gets out of the truck, starts walking down this alleyway, singing "Warm Kitty, Soft Kitty, Little Ball of Fur," and I'm like, what the shit? I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden this cat pops out. He's a big old black and white cat, looks like Sylvester the cat. He pops out of the bushes, look like he's been groomed, eating Hardee's all 6 months he's been gone. And he's meowing, and she picks him up, brings him to the truck. We come back to my house, and that's when she commenced telling my friends and all that he had been trained by the FBI to sniff out bombs, that he was worth $1 million.
What the fuck?
Blew my mind. It blew their mind.
Holy shit.
I don't even got nothing to say to something like that right now. My brain's trying to process that.
Kegs, I have so many more things that I'm interested to fucking you to hear.
He was an exceptional cat now. I will give him that, but that was going way out there. It tripped me out. But buddy of mine looked at me and I looked at him. I'm like, I don't know. I just did my shoulders up like, I'll go with it.
well, all right. Let's keep it simple. Like, what is your favorite type of music? And is there any interesting things with music or?
Well, my music goes from battle rap to heavy metal to. I love heavy metal, love rap. My biggest story with music was I've only been to a few concerts, but I popped up at a Pantera concert one time.
Okay.
Now, I was on a Harley, and I had my old jacket on. My old jacket was a custom jacket somebody had made, and I found it in an old bike shop.
I'm a Pantera fan, so.
Yeah, rattlesnake skin on the arms and on the back. Well, I'm at the concert, everything cool, and it was down there. They were finishing up the last set and all, and I was going to try and get a quick jump on everybody. Well, my big ass gets turned around. And the next thing I know, I'm trapped in a sea of blondes and brunettes. I'm like standing way above them. I look like a big gorilla. Great big looking little bitch down there. And I'm trapped. I can't even move my arms.
You fucking skunk ape, you.
What the hell is going on? All of a sudden, the security guys parked this park through them, where here goes the band walkers. Well, cool, there's the band. And the lead singer, Phil Anselmo, sees me in my jacket, points at me. I'm like, looking behind me, like, who's he pointing at? And to get me, security brings me up through to him, and I go backstage with him.
Oh.
And all night long, I partied with Pantera one night. Dimebag Darrell.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Black two friends. I'm not shitting you. They even had security brought my bike around with a lift back to the back where it was safe.
Holy fuck.
I partied all night. We did, everything bands do and backstage, and there was this one movie thing that I always pictured, it can't be like this, where we bring a woman and you'd like shake your head no, and I'll be damned if it's not like that. I had a dude tap me on the shoulder. I was what Brody did. I look at him and says, "You like her?" I'm like, "Hey dude, I'm not with the band. Why are you asking me?" You are tonight. Yeah, I like her. Bring me 2 more.
Did you need penicillin?
And hell no, he brought me. I had 3 women right there. I'm like, what the hell?
Did you need penicillin after? That's my question.
Yeah, eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I probably didn't need it with the stuff I was doing that night, though. It's probably. Well, we sat and talked hunting and fishing mainly. That's what's cool about it.
Yeah. Forget the drug, stories. Yeah. What you were talking about hunting and fishing with Dimebag Darrell.
Yeah, they were big into hunting and fishing. Phil Anselmo was a big time hunter.
Well,
I guess kind of like.
Even more love to fucking Pantera. Maybe that should become a staple in the show, Kegs. I mean, I don't know.
But it was just cool having Dimebag Darrell fixing me Blacktooth grins. That was his signature drink.
Let me ask you this: did Dimebag have any weed on him?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of weed.
Nah, I just wanted to make sure.
I think that I was accidentally involved with a name of one of Philip Anselmo's other bands later on.
Really?
Yeah, he rolled up a big joint and said, like, "Man, it's time to have this. We're gonna have us a ritual." And I said, "Yeah, it's a super joint." Well, later on down the road, there was a band he had with like Hank the Third. It was called Super Joint Ritual.
Yep, it was Super Joint. Yep. For anybody that knows anything about Pantera, fuck, holy shit. You might.
And I don't claim it, but it seemed like it. You know, it was the thought that ran through his head or something, because it was like, I remember saying super joint because it was big, and yeah,
how big?
Their numbers, man.
Explain how big.
Oh, it was man, bigger round as a 50-cent piece.
Really?
And like, I don't know, it's long.
That's not a fucking hog leg, dude. That's like my dick. That's a lot.
It was like something cheese would roll or something. I don't remember much after it. That was later on in the night.
I heard Kegs laughing. I heard Kegs laugh.
I woke up, it's like the hangover. When I woke up, I was like, where am I at? What am I doing? I was on a table, and there was a chick straddled across me, like, perpendicular to me, and I'm pushing her off of me. She rolls off the table, and I roll off the table the other way, and I'm looking around like, what in the hell's going on? You know, where am I at? Head's splitting, and it's like 10 in the morning, and they had done left and left me a note, numbers and stuff, and I could jump on my bike and try and limp back from New Orleans back to the house. Yeah, that was a long ride.
Holy shit, Kegs.
Is the song "I'll Never Smoke Weed with Willie Again"
There
popping
you
your
go.
head shortly thereafter?
There you go.
It's similar. It was something similar. Yeah, I actually don't smoke weed no more. Yeah, that was pretty much one of the reasons why. And yeah, it shut me down. I was
Boy,
I was on that bike. I was leaning right the whole time on that Harley.
Boy.
8 years. I kept having to move to the left and move to the left. And all the way from New Orleans back to the house was about a 3-hour ride. So,
boy, drugs are bad, right? Drugs are bad, okay? let me say this. You know, we talked prior to this, just like everybody else. But what the fuck did you mean about flying mullet?
Flying bullet? Okay. All right. We have a thing down here in Florida, at the Florida-Alabama line on the beach. It's called the mullet toss.
What?
And it is actually tossing a dead fish from one across the state line.
Oh, okay. So it's the mullet, the fish, not the haircut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so fucked up.
This one time I was down there, you know, and, you know, the mullet toss had beads on. It was, you know, not far after my draw.
I had beads on. Yeah, go ahead.
Beads that had these crawfish hanging off of them. And this gorgeous blonde just grabbed me by the beads as I was walking by. I wanted them. And I'm like, you can't have them? And finally, she talked me out of them. You know, she was pretty good at that, I guess. And I gave them to her. Well, she invited me to dinner. I said, cool. Let's go. I'll come to dinner with you. And she was actually from Boston. She was a paralegal. Well, I show up at Bubba's down there at dinner with her, and I'm sitting there with her dad, and her whole family's there, and like her dad's friend and his wife, they were all in Jets gear, just complete from head to toe, like shoes and all, with New York Jets. They were from New York, and they were big Jets fans. Well, somehow me and the dad got into this conversation about the rebel flag.
Oh, shit.
And it was it wasn't really, you know, it wasn't mean heated, but it was a heated conversation. I was saying it was just a heritage thing to most people. It's not a hate thing. And he was, you know, contradicting me, and we were back and forth, and I'm like, she was over here like melting her seat, trying to disappear, and all of a sudden the friend chimed in, Dad's friend-in-law. He said, are you an Alabama fan? I said, yes, sir, Roll Tide. And he ended up taking my side because of Willie Joe Namath played for the New York Jets, and I just thought that was hilarious. And the father got so mad, he got up and left the table. And this guy's sitting here like, oh, don't worry about it. He'll be back eventually. And a girl, she said, come with me. And we ended up going off on our own and ended up on the beach. And, well, this leads to that. And we ended up having sex on the beach, and it's not to drink.
Did you require penicillin after that?
I roll over and look at the headlights of the tractor about to run us over.
Oh, shit.
Slams on brakes. He's raking the beach. And I jump up, naked as a jaybird.
Ooh.
And I'm throwing a blanket over her. And I run at him. And he's like, I ain't going to do nothing. I'm good. And I try to find my clothes. Couldn't find my clothes. Could not find my clothes. I ended up running back up to the hangout area in nothing but my birthday suit. Can't get in my truck. Can't find my keys. Keys in my pants. finally she pops up with my pants and keys, and I'm out there. There's people like gathered up on the balconies, all these trying to watching me down there. I'm like, oh, the cops gonna be here any minute. And I get in my truck and get out of there. And she actually wanted me to move to Boston. And I said, nah, I probably wouldn't make it in Boston too long. I said, but she was a nice girl, but that was a heck of a story.
So she was an actual paralegal in Boston. So you're talking about East Coast, like, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, East Coast, yeah. That, I probably would have started another Tea Party riot or something if I was up there in Boston.
Tea Party riot? Holy shit.
I don't do well cooped up in cities. I like the country. I'm a country boy, I guess. Me and my dog.
Now, with that being said,
I can't appreciate you more, Duke, to come on and talk to us. And I want to thank you, dude, Cakes, because this was somebody that I'm so glad we didn't miss. And I might have, just because even though you're been in the game forever, I just, we never crossed paths, right? But the biggest thing is, did you have a good time?
Me, I had a blast.
Would you come back? Because it sounds like you have a repertoire of stories that I'd love to hear.
Oh, I have. I'm like Jerry Clower. I got all sorts of stories.
Well, I guess at this point, like we're about, it's about that time. So I'm gonna say this, dude.
When you're right, Egyptian hieroglyphics and read them and draconic and stuff. Yeah, you're kind of eccentric. You have some stories. So,
well,
yeah,
and
I have stories.
Again, like you've been amazing, and we want to have you back. But let me say this, right? Kegs, unless you have anything else to say.
No, I think we already covered everything pretty well.
All right, man, it's a good first one. So with that, I'm cool.